Hello, but hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to more CSGO news, and happy Memorial Day to all of you guys who do celebrate that. I am not sure if it's a national holiday, and I probably sound super stupid saying that. I know for sure it's an American holiday, and as of right now, it's actually Sunday. I can't come into the office tomorrow on Monday, so I'm pre-recording here for CSGO news today and some other episodes as well. So I hope you guys all enjoy. I'll be back here Tuesday breaking down extra CSGO news. Luckily enough for all of us, though, for this Monday episode, which I am again recording on Sunday, there has been some insane news out there. I cannot wait to bring it to you guys. So let's hop into our first story, the one I am by far and away the most excited about, and I know you guys will be too, as rumors have now been confirmed that Boombl4 is now a hot prospect, if not the top prospect, for the new Navi roster, which will be apparently him replacing Edward if he does actually agree to whatever they do offer him. He is their top prospect, as confirmed by multiple rumors out there as well as sources. Along with that, we actually see him practicing with the team itself to further confirm that, and along with that, a tweet from AB Overdrive. If you guys do not know, he confirms a lot of Navi things as well as Navi Academy. Remember that about a month ago or so, he actually leaked that long before it went public, so I do trust him as a source, guys. It is now confirmed Boombl4 to be at least a prospect for this new Navi roster in replacing Edward. If not, if he, of course, can you really blame him if he were not to agree to this? Currently on that win strike roster, he is, in my opinion, and has been for quite some time, they're by far and away best player, and it just makes me so excited that him even being a prospect for this is just, it's literally insane, the rise he has made throughout the CIS scene to now come to this point. And the fact that Navi accordingly wants to make these changes offers all the more reasoning why I think this could be a steady improvement for that roster, who has never really quite grasped the potential of this roster. Of course, you have the best player in the world alongside Simple, and then some other great talent as well with this team. It always shocks people to see how good Simple can do and how poorly the team can show up at times as well. And if they want to replace Edward or whoever it might be on this roster, I have full confidence that Boombl4 can actually step in here as the wonderful talent he is. Yes, it will be a step up. In general CIS, you probably would say Navi is above all the rest by at least a level or so. It will definitely be a big step up for the guy in Boombl4, but he has done this before. He's had many rosters change around him and teams keep him as the primary star, and there's a reason for that. And I will add on one thing. Of course, this would utterly be a killing blow to the current win strike roster, but like I said before, could I blame him for not taking the opportunity to join the best CIS team? No, I would not blame him. I would feel bad for his teammates, but just the fact that he is a prospect for Navi is huge news out there. And again, I could not be more excited for the guy who has become a hugely lovable character out there in the CSGO scene. I wish him the best of luck. If it does come time to be confirmed, I will be nothing but excited to have that video for you guys sometime soon. And also a small side note out there, another thing I could not be more excited for, that being Maikelele. He's been playing with several mixed teams. I'm sure you guys know about this. I think it's now 22 plus teams over the past 4 to 5 years of CSGO. It's been a long ride for this guy. Definitely been a long road at the very least. And I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about when it comes to Maikelele, his short stints with NIP, his short stints with FaZe Clan. It's been a very hard struggle returning to the top level of CS, and he has tried it with many different rosters over the past couple of years, primarily Swedish mixed teams, and of course his major runs have been cut short very early on over the past 3 or 4 qualifiers, which he has tried with members like Pith as well as Freddy Frog back in the day. His new roster though, Team No Chance, alongside Sticko on the roster, has now officially qualified for the closed qualifier for the minor, which I know it does not sound significant. He would join the teams currently on screen so far, and it will be a tough task at hand, but this is now the farthest run he has made in a major run, and even though it's so short, this is the farthest he has actually made it ever since his time back in 2015, except for one single run he had with FaZe Clan, who already had their major spot as well. Thank you, Brian, for calling me out on Twitter for that. Either way, it has been such a long time before Maikelele, or since Maikelele has actually been this far in a major run, and I could not be more excited for Team No Chance alongside their newest member Sticko to be in the closed qualifier. And it will not be easy. It will be very unlikely. It'd be a miracle for them to make it any farther, but either way, they have now made it to the closed qualifier, and I am just so excited to see what they can do, because once you make it here, you've made it past all the best of ones, all the BS there. I cannot be more excited for the guy, and super excited to see where his future will go. If they can actually make it one step further, this story will hopefully continue on. And also in CSGO news out there, it's been confirmed Smooya is now done with his time with Renegades. Unfortunately enough, I think he was a very solid stand-in, so let me preface by saying he will certainly be on a team. Will he be on a team though before the major comes around is the ultimate question, because he also did an AMA on Instagram, and it was a bit hard to watch, especially when this one came up. It was actually a question about Big Clan and of course how things ended over there. It was one of his biggest regrets of leaving that roster, and of course they now have newly signed Dennis, and so him going back there is very unlikely, even though Decay also did report before they did sign Dennis, while Smooya was with Renegades, he was one of their top prospects to even bring back Smooya into Big Clan. So it's really tough to see all of these timelines matter. We thought maybe Smooya would be lasting a bit longer with Renegades, maybe a couple of months, but seemingly Gratisfaction is now back and has solved his ever impending visa issue. So congratulations. I'm sure a lot of Renegades fans will be glad to see that full roster back together. But like I said before, again, Smooya did a great job staying in for them on short notice, and I certainly think a team out there will have a lot of interest in this guy. Will it be Big Clan though? The best Big Clan roster we have ever seen, of course, results wise as well as likability wise, was when Smooya was in that roster, and I think a lot of us would agree with that. It's just kind of sucky to see a player who had the chance to go back. He went to Renegades, and now his time with Renegades is over, and Big Clan is now filled. Where he's going to go next, I know I've said it a lot this episode. I'm excited to see. In this last story, sit back, guys, and relax a little bit, because we're going to talk about a former female pro player. I don't know what her future may hold, but she has actually played for some notable female teams, London Conspiracy being the one that I noticed as well. Her name is Cindy. She's a female pro player as well, and she's in the news this afternoon for not exactly a good reason, but I want to take this story very lightly and hopefully appropriately as well, as people are on her back, because she was in a scrim match or a pug match, whatever you want to call it, just a couple of days ago with some well-known names. Norber in there, as well as Robin was also in the game with her, and they were egging her on a bit. To her defense, they were egging her on, as we've seen a lot of male players do to female players out there before, but her response was not one that was probably deserved. She actually dropped the N-bomb not once, not twice, but 3 times in that single well-noted chat. I will link everything below. You guys need to know if you want to see the full response of the chat logs. You are going to see they did egg her on a little bit, but certainly when it comes to stopping this kind of thing, it's never good to use the N-word. You're not going to win many arguments doing that. But the story gets interesting when she actually goes into explanation in her defense. Now, first of all, I do want to state as well her initial response about people are going to think I'm wrong. Well, yes, like I said also before, when you use the N-word to win an argument, you're not going to have many people on your side in winning that argument exactly, and especially in this tense as well. But she actually made a twit longer for all of us, and the story, I've never in my time of CSGO seen an explanation like this. And again, I will link it down below for all of you guys, because she went into great detail as to exactly what the conversations that led up to her saying the N-word were all about. One of the guys in the chat were egging her on, and they were saying, don't make me say it, and the other guys were saying, say it, and he was like, she's been sending inappropriate pictures to pros in the community for quite some time now. So she responded to those allegations. First of all, she did apologize for saying the N-word, which I like. I'm not really exactly sure about the way she went about it. It was just some weird wording, but she goes into great detail about the so-said inappropriate pictures that were sent around. She does admit to it. Back when she was 18 or 19 years old, she was sending pictures around, like he had said, the guy, so she admitted to it. But she also apologized, because now she's an older woman, so I really respected that. She deleted her Snapchat. She's no longer sending these kind of pictures. But it goes on from there. Apparently, the same guy that called her out for sending her own pictures out, apparently she also had received an inappropriate picture from him. Yeah, I told you guys, I've never seen a story like this before, and I don't know if I'm really curious about any more details about this. But very lastly, I did not like at all the way she went about defending her own of doing this. And she even eventually states, I'm not sending his D word, which he sent me on Snapchat. I wasn't, like I said before, a fan of the entire response, especially the part where she goes on to state that apparently a lot of girls in the community are doing things like this, which I have a hard time believing, but maybe she knows things that we don't. She goes on to state every girl wants to show you how good looking she is and get boys' attention. Forgive me if I'm wrong, chat, and I know a lot of people are going after her for saying the N-word. She did receive a short-term ban, I believe a 3-day ban for doing this. I think a very lenient punishment, because we have seen other pro players do equal things and get harsher punishments as well, especially in other esports. So I'm glad she got the ban. I think it was deserved, of course, for saying the N-word 3 times, but I'm not sure if there was a lack of translation or even a need to go into such great detail about the accusations made in the chat, because now everyone in the community knows about it. So I'm going to leave that story there. I don't really know how to cover that in any other sense. If you guys want more details about this, I don't know if I can really want to go about doing that, but I wanted to share the initial story about this as well. I hope that one day she can actually come back and be respected, because right now everyone is on her back. And I'll say it one more time, her response was terrible, but hopefully at the very least she can learn from this. She knows now not what to say or what not to say to win an argument like that or to shut these guys up, but she just went into such grave detail. I thought it was very unnecessary to explain herself any further than an apology, and that's all we probably really needed. As always, my name is Jake. I hope you guys all enjoyed your weekend as well as your Monday. If you guys do have a holiday, celebrate it with your family and friends. And until next time, I will see you guys back here tomorrow, hopefully with some even better CSGO news. As always, my name is Jake. I hope you guys all enjoy. I already said that. I'm going to leave now. Goodbye, guys.